Can we get a UAM stream link too? Yeah. See if UAM, the University, UAM Weevils is our opponent tonight. Little bug. University of Arkansas at Monticello Athletics. Two ECUs facing off against tonight. Again, my name is Dustin. Welcome to Wednesday night's Great American Conference stream for league. Well, I don't expect them to have like their athletics or esports on their opening page like this, you know. If they do these golf and volleyball, basketball. Looks like they've started the draft already. Let me get back to this. Whoops. What does this even face me? I guess I'll face it there. All right. UAM Weevils banned Zach and Aphelios. The ECU Tigers, their first two bans are Amumu and Malzahar. UAM Weevils banning Dr. Mundo as well. All these champions are pretty tough to fight against, great in their own ways. I don't blame them on these bans at all. I like the bans, very good bans. I'm gonna get up and turn the light off and see if how that works. Majestic in the glow. Ooh, first pick out of UAM Weevils, Jen, a very good ADC marksman. Hello. See if I can pick up the clicks. Yep, okay. First pick out of the side of ECU is Caitlin. Looking to get early lane pressure and secure those early dragons. Both Caitlin and Jensen. Ooh, and the Lux locked in besides that. Caitlin, a very nasty duo combo together. Yumi. Wow. UAM Weevils decided to lock in Yumi as their support pick. Lots of hills and a little bit of poke is what that champion offers. Expect to see some early gauge and CC from the tanks for the remaining draft of the UAM Weevils. University of Arkansas Monticello Weevils versus the ECU Tigers. Let's go. A little Tiger spam in the chat. ECU. They lock in Shaco. Well, that's be a jungle pick, I guess. ECU will do best to guard their river entries and have that warded. Shaco, an annoying character. ECU locks in Jarvan. Interesting to note that Graves, although may not be picked enough or in the meta, but if you lock in Graves into a Shaco jungle, it's a free win for the Graves. Shaco can't do anything. The more you play the game, the more you get familiar with picks and counter picks and matchups. ECU banned Alawi, and then UAM banned Set, and then we banned York, and they banned Silas. So targeting the solo lane champions that just have the most sustain and push, it looks like, and they could translate on that to like an overpowered snowball victory. They've banned those out. Banning a Silas away from Eternal Frost, not wanting him to take that ultimate from Jen, or Oriana locked in for the side of the ECU Tigers, looking for those team fight opportunities around the Dragon Pits, the Barret Pit, the Baron Pit. Syndra locked in for the UAM Weevils. Now I expect Eternal Frost to do well into this matchup, even though that Syndra does counter Oriana, has faster wave clear, more priority, and a little bit more damage early on. They will opt to pick that Syndra. However, Eternal Frost is versed in this Syndra, so I'm sure he'll know how to play into it. last pick to round out their team comp is a Maokai. You know, I don't know if that's Maokai support, Maokai jungle, or Shaco solo lane, or Shaco jungle. I just know Maokai is extremely difficult to farm with and has trouble pushing waves in the mid to late game. But in those scenarios where his lane might get pushed, he'll be looking to group fight with his team. Now, ECU Tigers lock in this pick of Cassante for their solo laner. It's a great pick. He's got 11 million seconds of CD, 15 dashes, and 3 shields. It's a great pick. See, I like ECU's pick because UAM, I like their draft because UAM doesn't actually have a lot of dive. Outside of like Maokai engage and his ultimate, Shaco going in, Viz, and trying to run at Caitlyn or Lux or Orianna. You know, those three generally be grouped together in a front to back fight, looking for huge team fight impact ultimates out of this Orianna, Jarvan, and Cassante, or the Lux ultimate setups as well. Getting out that damage and being able to snare. If she hits a snare, it can spell disaster for the side of UAM. Although UAM does that Maokai, just having the Maokai present at objectives with that ultimate, being able to lock someone down to pin down for that Syndra and Shaco to run at with a Jhin in the back line is a pretty good matchup as well. Pretty good draft. So we're going to get a quick bio break in before we start this match. Woohoo, says Rob Boot. Yes, woohoo. Let's get it going. A little Wednesday night, Great American Conference action. A little bit of esports, League of Legends, East Central University versus the UAM Weevils, which the Weevils, what is a Weevil? Let's look at what a Weevil is. What are our Tigers facing this evening? Weevil. Images. That's a Weevil? Let's not get too carried away. This hideous creature that's so hideous it's almost cute. I don't know. Unless this carries some sort of parasitic disease that kills tigers specifically, I think a tiger would have a pretty good matchup against a Weevil. Is this a baby Weevil? That's a baby Weevil. Oh, them are goofy looking things. All right. That's enough. Then we go at tigers. Images. I don't want to, there's a bunch of tigers teams, but images. Yeah. Or that Weevil off eating some plants. I love cute kitten. I love kitten cub. Meow. Oh, UAM. Yeah, oh, they got their esports. At least it's in the banner. It's not on like their opening page, right? For their sports page, but it's in the banner. Let's see what they got. Weevil Esports. I don't want to sign up. Leave me alone. I do like their green colors though. It's like they do Rocket League and League. Overwatch 2, Super Smash Brothers, Marvel Rivals. So they play all the same games we do. The Weevil. They even offer scholarships for esports as well. That's great. Oh, well, the Weevil. Oh. I would play that Yordle game, but I'm absolutely terrible at it. I don't even know how to find the game. Yeah, our game. Come on, go to get him in line. Is it Lowell? It's Lowell. Go. Yeah, we're ready. Here we go. Blind pick action. It's just gonna go through the blind picks again, and then it's gonna be a 3-minute delay on top of the 2-minute delay that I'm already going with you. What is what? Boll Weevil by Presidents of the United States. America is a good song. Yeah. Don't they also sing Peaches? Plenty of peaches. Peaches for me. Plenty of peaches. Peaches for free. I think they sing that song as well. It's kind of a cute bug. I wonder if they got like what are the not anthropologists? What a bug what? Entomologist? Is it entomologist? Entomology? Yeah, I wonder if they have entomologists there at there. To pick like a weevil as a mascot, like you gotta have an interest in bugs. Yeah. Look at that looking thing. My name is Jeff. That's what he's saying right there. Do you have any tacos? Eldol. Let's get it started. Guess today's League of Legends champion. Annie. Guess the last one was Nautilus. Prepare your loadout. It's gonna wait for it's gonna be 3-minute delay now. It's not a female, it's a male. Garen. It's not Garen. Not 2010. Not middle, not top. Not bottom. So it's a jungler. It's a support. It's a male support. It's melee though. 2010, 2011. Not puke, pike. Dang. Yeah, I'm terrible at these games. Can the game start so I don't have to go through this agony? Braum. He's not human. His support. Mana melee male support. Need help? Male mana melee. Demacia / Shadow Isles is closed. Thresh. It's not undead. It's melee. And it's Shadow Isles. Who is the other Shadow Isles support? Shout out to D3K, Bug Lover. Nice, Red Boot. Shout it out. Shouting out to D3K for the Bug Lover. Now, who is this support? It's Shadow Isles. It's a male. Mana, melee. And for the species, is it Bard? But he's not melee. Yeah. Male supports. I don't know. Just tell me. Flee into the forest. I am the forest. What was that? All right, let's get it going. Locked into the game. Let's look at the mastery. Oh. Looks like the Shaco and their jungler, that's what's most mastery on. Oh, quick. Into the action. Let's go. We got an undirected camera. It's going to follow around. I got the fog of war turned on. Look at that. Turn it off. Turn it on. Let's keep it on. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Oh, we got some pings going off in this action from the red one, signaling the group up here they want vision. Ping down. Looks like we'll have a 5-point stare off into the river to make sure no one invades or crosses the line there. Oh. Maokai walking around with Yumi on him. Tanky boy, level 1. How's that better? You good? Oriana poked out to half from this Syndra Maokai. A little trade action, a little level 1. Nothing too serious. Yumi found her right no carry, and she's supporting this Jhin walking the lane. What's this here? This Lux and Caitlyn looking for the trap into the bush. This right there, that little, that gives you instant wave priority. Yeah, see where you just can't poke against a Syndra. Having Yumi on you negates a lot of the early poke, but not that much early poke. Jhin down to just 300 health. But they're able to poke back a little bit. Zoning Jhin from this wave. He won't be able to get CS until it crashes to the tower here, probably. Syndra landing her stun on Aureus. Some serious poke. They're both half health. All lanes half health. It'll be down to these jungles, which they're just cleared their top side. Jarvan moving into the bot side jungle. See if Shaco opts to gank that Cassante, who's over pushed and extended, or just go down to his bot side jungle and farm. Looks like the junglers are both opt to go down to farm. Look to make something happen onto this bot fight. Excellent harass coming out of this Caitlyn Lux. Now imagine if this Jhin didn't have a Yumi attached to him to heal. Not what you want to happen out of the side of Escort Commander there and getting caught like that. Oh, here we go. Good shield from the Ori. Jarvan coming in the mid lane looking for a gank with flash. All first blood to the side of ECU. Down falls Syndra. Cassante and Maokai both out of mana. It looks like. Here we go. Again, getting a little push back. The junglers there responding. Hovering mid for a couple of minutes. Shaco looking to try to catch onto this Jarvan. He's clearing the Scuttle Crab in the middle here. Maybe try to steal it or get some harass on a Jarvan here. Oh, someone smited it too early. Jarvan looking to get some gank off on this Jhin, but he's aware of it with the ward coverage. They will back away and continue to farm. Jarvan did get that Scuttle Crab. Both top laners down to 200. Well, Maokai 300 health. Sante 300 health. No mana though. Scared the Shaco may be around. He might just back and get a boots or some pots or something. Maokai stopping his back. It's annoying. They both have TP. Trying to slow down his tempo a bit. Jhin getting some solid poke off onto that Caitlyn. Lux is zoning him away so the Caitlyn can farm comfortably. Lux eating a lot of poke out of that Yumi Jhin combo. Mods ban this guy. Jarvan just back because they're looking to get some pressure onto this Jin Yumi. Looks like Maokai backed and teleported in. Cassante did not back yet. Trying to get some pressure to poke them out before we possibly start dragging is the Jarvan for the side of ECU. Orianna and Syndra getting poked out in the jungle here. ECU instantly from this early game, ECU is looking to push the lead, looking to push the pressure, as all lanes are generally pushed here. It's two big tanks duking it out. Maokai does have the level advantage until Cassante kills a couple more minions. Cassante just duking it out. There's Maokai's ultimate. Cassante eating most of the damage. Surely he doesn't fall here. Surely he'll level up. As Jarvan is on this top side. Only level 4. So no Cataclysm yet to secure that kill. But there is a ward there, so Maokai will back off a little bit. As Shaco does look to path top. Come help out. See if there's anything goes on. Try to deter the action. Shaco may just get that scuttle crab there in the river as Jarvan clears his Krugs. These mid laners are postured. Syndra almost out of mana, only like 200 left. Ori healthy on mana, but not health. Jin has teleport with flash, just teleported the lane. That's absolutely wild seeing teleport out of a carry. You don't see that often. Usually barrier or exhaust if they have an extreme dive comp. But very rarely do you see a 1-2 triple teleport team. It's very rare, like it's very hard to make use of 3 teleports, to be honest. There's oftentimes when mid and top, they'll have teleport and it's just for like easily lane coverage and tempo, right? Getting the team fights and objectives. But it's very rare that you actually need 3 of them. I don't know. Caitlyn picking up some turret plates here, getting herself some cash, a little spinning gold here. Love to see that out of the Caitlyn. Scorp Commander, very experienced in the carry lane, getting some free gold for himself. As Orianna has a Syndra shoved in. Shaco prowling around, may look to go for this. Oh, nice shockwave out of the Orianna. Secures the solo kill onto the Syndra. Very beautifully outplayed. Does this Eternal Frost picking up the kill onto this Syndra, the bird god. See, the Yumi kind of negates Caitlyn's pressure just a little bit as far as like the health, because like you see Caitlyn's a little bit poked out and Jin's full on health. But Caitlyn level 6, Jin only level 5, pushing him under the tower. The Jin CS is going to suffer, as you see here. He only has 31 CS, and Caitlyn has 58. Now, both these champions, I will say, Jin can farm forever, but if you're not super experienced on this Jin, picking up those last CS under the tower is very, very difficult. Orianna's still pressuring this Syndra under her tower in mid lane. Basically, probably because knowing the pressure we have in bot lane and going for this dragon, even though Cassante's low, Maokai's teleports down, Cassante's teleports down. All teleports are down besides Orianna, so Orianna is at the dragon with the Jarvan. Looks like EC is going to pick up their first dragon objective for free as Caitlyn picks up another turret plate, another 124 gold. Looking at the CS numbers, this Maokai is actually doing a great job in getting CS. Cassante looking to go aggressive. Maokai looks to ult with no mana and just back away, possibly run around and just be a nuisance. With Shaco on the way, by Coda Tau, Coda is playing next to his tower because seeing a Maokai like that, that's awkward. Him getting aggressive with no mana like that and just ulting, you have to know that Shaco's on the way, which he was. Shaco tried to make something happen across the map while ECU was taking that dragon, but he was not able to make anything happen. It's unfortunate for the size of the Weevils, the University of Arkansas, Monticello Weevils. Now, isn't that a mouthful? Both these top laners zoom. Bot lane still juking it out, still poking and poking. Jarvan and Orianna, though, walking into the bot side jungle. I'm going to pan over here on this. looking to make something happen. Jarvan is able to steal this red buff away from this Shaco. At this point in the game, Shaco cannot duel the Jarvan. Great Jarvan Orianna combo onto the Jhin. Or no, that was Yuumi. They caught Yuumi. Caitlyn all, bingo, 300 health. It was after the dragon objective, so it's free. It just gets you some more farm getting ready for the next objective. Maokai teleporting up top into the Cassante. Cassante just smart to back off. Looking at this mid lane, Orianna looking to catch the Syndra. You can see Syndra has the good burst of being a level down and 20 CS down. You're not going to be able to control that matchup how you want to. Orianna still does need to play safe, but knows how ahead they are. And will look to take this fight. Flashes away, knowing that the Syndra ult could spell disaster, but Syndra does not have her ult. Oh, under the tower, eats the tower dive, just dies. Not the best execution on the side of the Weevils, but looking to make a play happen when you're down 0-5 like that. You make the play and get the kill, you get the shutdown, you get to come back, but instead you just make it a little bit easier for ECU to win this game if your play goes wrong. These two behemoth tanks just duking it out up here in the top lane. Cassante, I know Coda's having fun on this Cassante. Cassante has a lot of buttons to press and they come off cooldown quick. A lot of stuns, a lot of shields. So like when you actually get to press those buttons and play the game, it is extremely fun. And it looks like he may get the kill on this Maokai. As Maokai ults, flash out of Coda, hits the Q, gets the knockup, gets the kill. Orianna does flash in the mid lane to keep the tempo going and not let up this pressure as their solo. But Shaco is here to respond. Unfortunately, double shockwave almost gets the kill on the Shaco. Eternal Frost is insane on this Orianna right now. Pushing forward, picks up the double kill. Not just a solo, but that's the 1v2 as Syndra runs for her life. Hits the W on the speed up. Lux just misses the ult, but Syndra walks the wrong way. Surely someone will pick up this kill. They give it over to Caitlyn. Caitlyn picks up the kill, gets herself some gold. 2 kills to Caitlyn, 4 to Orianna. 1 each to your jungler and solo. It looks like ECU's starting to run away with this early game. Laning phase, roaming around the map together, picking off kills. Arkansas, Monticello, UAM, Weevils just not in the right spot at the right time. As Jhin will fall again to Caitlyn on Scorp Commander. Just facilitating this bot lane. Yuumi is a bold pick. It's great in theory, but it's like you play a man down. You're looking to just juice one hyper carry. But unfortunately, Orianna got counterpicked, but is absolutely playing lights out with 100 CS right now. At the 12-minute marks, that's 8 minutes. That's like 8 CS per minute. They're doing great. Bounties to the side of everyone on ECU. Coda's starting to feel himself, engaging on this Maokai, ignoring the wave, getting some poke off. Eternal Frost coming in this mid lane. You see the Jarvan here as well, circling around, looking to invade and possibly make a play as well. Shaco, though, invading, looking to collapse on this Orianna right now, but he's level 7. Shockwave onto the Syndra. Ignite onto the Ori. Stun from Syndra. Ultimate from Syndra. Lux ultimate. Orianna's going to live. That is insane that the Orianna lives right there. Shaco falls. Cataclysm out of Jarvan takes down this Syndra. That's some classical bullying right there. Jarvan invading, going in on this Jhin Yuumi at the Raptor buffs. You're in the wrong place. I know it's your jungle, but at this point in the game, you're in the wrong place. The wrong time, it's the wrong neighborhood. It's not your jungle anymore, it's ECU's. Caitlyn pressuring mid now, as they've already taken their tower in bot lane. Lux landing the ult, Maokai ult, but Caitlyn's just going to keep pecking away. It's a great route out of Lux to help Caitlyn secure that kill. As the big story of today's game is that Maya here on this Lux, a support player, the varsity team for ECU, their normal support player, wasn't able to play today, so the captain of the JV team, Maya, she plays support in mid lane, was able to step up and come play in this game tonight. And I think she's performing spectacularly now with 5 assists and not giving up any kills, just playing Lux support the way she knows how. It's fun to watch. Orianna looking to get another kill on the Syndra. Orianna autos hitting. for 200. Cinder falls. Shaco falls in the jungle. Jen looking to harass Jarvan, but it's not doing much. Looks like he's throwing toothpicks at him. Cassante just beating on this Maokai. His tower's almost about to fall as well. Ultimate out of the Cassante. Takes him for a ride. Gets him behind his tower. Maokai pushes away. Flashes away. For his life, he's going to I'm going to try to farm this wave. Leave me alone, Cassante. Maokai gets the wave clear, but lives with his life. He gets the wave clear as a consolation. What? That headshot just half health him. He's only 2 levels up, even though he has a Yumi attached to him. Good luck killing that kind of burst at this point in the game. That was crazy to watch. Holy. Jarvan here is doing this Rift Herald, it looks like. ECU getting it started. Looking for another way to snowball this game with this Rift Herald to take another tower. Shaco, though, smelling it out. None of his team's here. It's kind of dangerous. Caitlyn's just going to take down this tower. They're going to take down the Rift Herald. Shaco's going to get caught out by Maya on this Lux. Shaco's not able to even defend his own jungle. Caitlyn gets the ultimate. Picks up the kill. Jarvan gets the kill on the Maokai. Oh, Maya got the kill on that, actually. Very nice. Jin trying to push up for this mid wave. Let's back it up, because this whole time these mid laners were duking it out. They got it one more time. Kind of pan over here as this Ori split pushing as their team controls the rest of the map. Shockwave, tower shot. Flash, Q, auto, tower, shut down. Good stuff, good stuff. Caitlyn looking to siege in this mid lane here. With Lux at her side. Very potent combo with these two right here. Just missed with that root. That's the thing about this Lux support. If it doesn't land, you get run over. But if it lands, the enemy just dies. Compared with this Caitlyn, especially at this point in the game. There is like a weird lull in the mid game with Caitlyn sometimes. The enemy team has dive, where you have to back up and you're not able to push. When you're not able to push as Caitlyn, it's like terrible. But they've been able to facilitate their lead and keep it going in this mid game to where Caitlyn's able to just steadily push mid lane. Which, like, that, when you run that comp, that's what you, like, as Caitlyn gets to push, you're winning. That's it. The center, though, running the wrong way, trying to catch up in levels. Jarvan, though, soon closing in. The Syndra, I don't know what she's doing, thinking she can solo this Ori. You're dead. Great play out of bot lane. It's Caitlyn and Lux look to control this middle lane as well as the red side jungle. What's going on in the top lane is Shaco's going to go for a ride, possibly die for just coming in Cassante's region. It's unfortunate for that Shaco. Dante said, get out of here. This is my area. Except the Rift Herald got that tower. You get the headbutt on this second one. Oh, the first base tower for Arkansas goes down. It pans back over to this 1v1 fight that's been going on for 3 minutes as Cassante finally kicks up the kill on the Maokai. Looking to siege on this first inhibitor or not. ECU playing around here. Maybe they get a kill or two, but it looks like they ought to back away as they ate too much poke there. Oriana's back and Cassante's back. It looks like a reset. Arkansas should try to chase as they have the numbers advantage here, but catching up to them, making a wrong step might be a bad idea. As they're up 2 dragons to nothing, Grubs, Rift Herald, ECU just completely controlling this map in this game. Whoa! Shaco ignites the Caitlyn. Jhin ultimate, looking to take down this Caitlyn, but it will not work. Shaco dies to Orianna. They're just going to chase this Jhin down as this Jarvan. Maokai running in to help. Jarvan going in on the EQ. Maokai ult. Syndra's focusing the Orianna. Jarvan goes back in or gets knocked by the Maokai. No damage is going on to this Jarvan though, as Jin's hitting the whole time. Jarvan connects. Caitlyn connects. Jhin falls. They pick up the Yuumi. Maokai's running away with his life. Jarvan goes in on him. He'll get safe to the tower. At the same time, Syndra here is going to lose her life just for existing in the mid lane near this Orianna Caitlyn. Good damage from the Syndra onto the Orianna. Lux landing. That's what I was talking about. If Lux lands that root, you're in the area, you just kind of die. Great pick from that Lux and the follow-up damage out of this Caitlyn and Orianna. Wanted to siege this tower before they back off. They got another menu wave coming here. Surely they get the tower on the next wave. Stealing away the jungle of the enemy right now. So they kind of a war of attrition. Keep that lead. You don't allow them to get experience and gold. Shaco's in the back line here. Looking to cause some trouble. As ECU starts up this dragon, he's going to look to pick off any low members. They don't know he's here. It's a sneaky Shaco activity. He's going to invis in and try to smite it. He actually steals the objective. Loses his life instantly. That's it's not the end of the world for ECU, but it's not the end of the world. It's something. As ECU now looks at this Atacon, no one for Arkansas UAM Weevils in position to make a play or stop them. Maokai ultimate, Shockwave. Orianna looking to 1v2, takes down the Syndra while the Maokai's all over. Eternal Frost on this Orianna is putting on a clinic and how to play into a counter matchup. Falls to the Shaco finally. Kate Alt picks up the Maokai from downtown long range. Jarvan trying to find the Shaco. Shaco running around doing Shaco things, not really able to help his team as his team just gets shoved in down the mid lane from Cassante. I'm not a fan of the Shaco pick. There's no team play to it whatsoever. It's just shenanigans. I mean, if it's utilized correctly, you get to 1 and 2 shot squishies. However, there's 3 squishies on the side of ECU, but you're not touching them. You know, the only reason he got that kill on the Orianna there is because she decided to fight a 1v2 in your jungle. And then you as the third man came up. That leaves ECU with plenty of time to do other things on the map. As a teleport from this Orianna comes into the base of UAM, we're going to look to end the game right here. Look for a big team fight. As Jarvan engages onto the Syndra, eats the Lux ult, falls. Killed the Shaco, killed the Syndra. Pushing in is the side of ECU into this base, this fountain of the UAM Weevils. Great shockwave. Jin's going to fall here to the Jarvan Cataclysm. Yumi's going to look to get away, but the Cassante's there with the ultimate waiting. They won't look to kill the Yuumi. Well, Cassante's still looking, but they need to hit these towers and hit this base and end the game in the next 10 seconds. Go on to the next match. There it is. There's the Jarvan Nori connection. That combo of the mid lane jungle just performed well. Executed the comp nicely. It's a good game. GG ECU. This is the best of 3, so we'll have another game. Looking at the damage numbers. Holy Jhin. Are you playing the game, bud? Or is Lux Caitlyn hard to lane? Lux Caitlyn is extremely hard to lane into. That's 0-9 of their bot lane, and we're bot lanes 12 and 15. Our mid lane's 12 and 2, just running around solo on everybody. It's a great game. GG ECU. How do I ban these guys? Y'all do it. They didn't do a best of 3 here. GG ECU. First game. Bum bum bum. Let's put on some music. And then I'll mute myself and I'll come back for the next match.
In the college setting, this is your first impression, your first time. You want to put your best foot forward. I'm learning.
It's your birthday, Scarl! Let's bake a murder cake!
for those most in need, in the face of challenges that we must overcome. Together, we must fight.
Oh, I was doing
Because today,
myself back on mute and under the
we are Marines.
before we get these drafts started. I'll be right back. Thank you. Hello, hello, welcome back, welcome back. As I say to myself, UAM. Anyway, Julius and Zach. ECU banning York and Malawi. The Weevils banning Lux. Even though I thought this was fearless and she wouldn't be able to play Lux again, they banned it. ECU banning away Mel. Rightfully so, as Mel's kind of busted. The Root, the ultimate shield. You're not going to play a dive comp. She's very annoying. Weevils locking in a Moo for the team fight presence out of the jungle. Sejuani Draven locked in response for ECU. Seraphine picked for the Weevils. Not too common in today's meta, however, Seraphine from the metas of old, a very strong pick. Her ultimate is very crucial, can be crucial around objective fights, along with that Amumu. Big circular AoE team fight ults. But you have to put yourself in position. Poppy locked in as well for the side of the Weevils. That's a flex pick. Could be top. Could be Seraphine mid, Poppy support. Poppy, I imagine it's Poppy top and Amumu jungle, Seraph support. We'll see. Ooh. You like to see that this set locked into the side of ECU. Their top laner Coda getting to play his main champion, the character that he has 1.2 million mastery on. This could be very exciting. Very exciting pick. Galio ban for ECU. Good pick, good ban. Lockdown CC. It's a good band. Silas band as well. Again. Weevils not wanting to face that champion.
Be ready to go year round whenever Wanderlust strikes.
Sandra locked in for the Eternal Frost in the mid lane of ECU, something he is extremely competent in. I'm guessing this isn't Fearless Drafter pick because they've locked in characters from the last game and banned characters that were picked as well. I believe there was a vote done by the NECC or this is GAC, so it's not Fearless or something. I'm not exactly sure on the rules. But Kog'Maw locked in for the Weevils. I suspect that's a carry lane pick, not a mid lane pick. Coda says, do y'all have a favorite set skin? That's like, hey, what do you want to watch me beat you up with? What kind of pants do you want to see me wear? That's crazy. Aurelion Sol locked in for the mid lane of the Weevils. Very strange team comp out of the Weevils. You got mobility through Soul, sort of. Kog'Maw, no mobility. Seraphine, no mobility. Mumu has to go in. Poppy kind of runs around and can displace the set. Keep them off their back line. Nautilus locked in to support. That's a very beefy front line with Nautilus, Sejuani. set. There's Raven Center behind him. Looking at the Weevils team, you know, you got a Mumu, Poppy for Engage, and then Kog'Maw and Aurelion Sol. Two of those champions can do some of the most damage in the game, with the Seraphine looking to support them. A little back and forth friendly banter between these two teams, talking about skins. Looks like Great American Conference is not a fearless draft unless the teams agree to it. Our national matches on varsity are fearless draft. This is scared drafting? What do you mean? Okay. Scarred drafting? Scared drafting? I don't know. Camera says, what do you mean? It does make sense though. The GAC, the conference doesn't have fearless unless they agree to it, but the NECV's rules are that the national matches are fearless drafts, okay? Oh, either way, I like to see Eternal Frost and Coda on two of their main picks. And just getting to watch Maya bump up and play with them as well, as even though your hero Andy's a great support player and helps facilitate things for this team, watching someone else just kind of how they mold in is pretty fun. Now I need to watch them on this Nautilus for that engage in that peel in the late game while the Sejuani engages with the set. Be fun to watch. Yes, Fearless Draft is where every champion that is played is added to the ban list throughout their matches, right? Like, that's why I thought it was weird when they first banned that Lux and then were able to lock the Syndra, how they locked it last game.
Not just a website.
Eternal Frost might be like, hey, let me show you how to play my champion this game.
From Squarespace, something like whisperingbloom.com for your silent retreat, or whisperingboom.com for your shared
Yeah, which forces teams to have deep pockets in their champion pool, as they can only play that champion once. Yes, that is very correct. That forces you to have like 3 to 5 champions in your wheelhouse that you're comfortable on. Because imagine if one of these teams just like goes and decides to ban 3 to 5 picks of something one of your players plays. You're just kind of like, I'm new, I don't know what to do. Yeah, you didn't know that, Kamara? Yeah, it makes it. They added that Fearless Draft just this year, the beginning of this year, basically for the pro scenes. Kind of mix it up, right? So we don't have the same comp or like the same team playing the same comp over and over again. But it's it's done that, but at the same time, it's kind of had an adverse effect where all these teams now will, like, you're going to see like in competitive play, you'll see the first 2 bans are like always the same in every game in the high up. But like when it's kind of brought to this division, it's like these players are good enough. Like if they're an Emerald and Platinum, they know how to play at least 1 or 2 champions fairly well. So what this forces them to do is to keep practicing, keep playing, and broaden their horizon, broaden their champ pool, right? It does, yeah, it makes it more challenging. Yeah, 100%. Makes it more fun for the viewers. I know since I started watching League again this year and seeing this Fearless Draft, I get so hyped. I get so hyped watching, like when you go into like the Worlds and the MSI Cups and things like that, when they get deep into those drafts and those 4th and 5th games, like watching what they're gonna pick gets kind of crazy. You like see their comfort picks and like that stuff. It's fun. Update that. Game 1 went to ECU. I forgot how to check it. I used to know how to change it. But we're on game 2. Oh well. It doesn't matter. We know what's happening. We know that ECU won the first one, and then if we win this one, we beat We win the match. Boom. And I do like seeing Tinfoil Hat Man on Sejuani. I do like seeing Jesse play the Sejuani. He doesn't play it all the time. There's a couple other picks I see him play more, but to me, Sejuani's an old school favorite of mine. Just that engage, the tankiness. She's a farming machine in today's game. It's fun to watch. Land that ultimate, break off a team fight. Look at the mastery here, if it'll let us. Oh, it doesn't let us. Wanted to zoom in on Set's mastery of 1.2 million. Sorry. Go ahead and zoom it out. Let's see, what Set skin did he pick? Where's he at? Emote for us, Coda. Come on. That's a pretty cool skin. Bot lane being pinged. Guarded up on his buff, and the entrance to the jungle. That entrance, and they're just totally disregarding that. I don't want to miss any action. I'm going to ward these Raptors at a minute 20 to get back time in the lane here. And that way they'll be able to see this Amumu once he tracks over, knowing that he started bot side and working towards top. The jungler for ECU starting top side, working towards bot. Put it undirected, leave it alone. Pinging in the bot lane already. Zooms to the top. You see, you got push. Nautilus lands the hook, goes in on this Cogmaw with the Draven barrier out of the Cogmaw. It zooms back to the top as every lane is duking it out right now. God, that was exciting. A couple minutes right there. Everybody down to 200 health. See this Nautilus can land another hook. Draven's auto's connecting. Just barely missing, hitting a minion that time. Like I said, they'll see a Mumu on that buff. Cinder may back off just a tad. Or not. Yo. One more auto. Just close to that tower range. Scorp's commander playing it safe, not getting too greedy. Mumu's here in this mid lane. Well, he's just going to be farming his top side as Sejuani moves to the blue buff. Poppy picking up the first blood on the set as he got aggressive and got in that tower range. The tower does most of the damage there. First blood going over the side of UAM Weevils. Sejuani moving down to the spot lane here. Looking to make something happen. If not, looking to just back as the play's not there. Although if Nautilus lands a hook there, it's a good go. Mumu way behind in this jungle farm. As Sejuani moves on to this Scuttle Crab, you get vision and you get ahead already. Mumu starting the other Scuttle Crab, skipping their blue. We're pinging in the mid lane. Bot lane's controlled by this Draven Nautilus. Amumu going in on the set. Set gets up the 2. Will live. Looks to go in for some reason and die for that CS. In the bot lane here, Nautilus lands the hook. Draven picks up the kill on the Cogmaw. Cogmaw looking for that passive damage. Not enough to get a kill. Draven's going to get a kill and a turret plate. Some money in that pocket. Wrong skin, true. Cinder landing the combo. Aurelian Soul down 40% health. The next couple minutes is this dragon spawn. We'll look to go down there. Set losing out on the trade to Poppy. Cinder continuing to poke the Aurelian Soul under his tower. We're pinging this bot lane. Stuff's going on. Amumu's down here. Nautilus is clearing vision. Seraphine looks to be roaming with the Amumu, just getting a ward on Dragon. Hitting the sweeper. Amumu looking to start this Dragon at level 4. Not the smartest decision, trying to sneak it. Looking at this top lane, Set will die again as he gets the return kill on the Poppy. However, 3 kills going over to Arkansas first. Amumu on this Dragon. Sejuani sniffing it out with a level lead up. Like I said, that was kind of dangerous. Amumu engaging, but no one here. Sejuani's just going to kill it and take this Dragon. Thanks for the leash, Amumu. Yeah, a free Dragon. Aurelian Soul here with the damage, but I'm sure Sejuani has a smite. Or not. Yep, it has a smite. Gets them to engage. They're trying to collapse on the Sejuani. ECU, though, smart to just get away. Poppy TP'd in, ulting the duo lane away from the fight. Cinder roaming over, landing a 3-man stun, chunking this cog mob, but the Aurelian Soul's doing a mad amounts of damage from Sejuani. Flash in from the Poppy onto the Syndra. Flash from the Aurelian Soul. Flash from the Syndra. Just barely getting away. This Poppy charging in. Syndra backing them off with the stun. 4-man in the jungle as this bot lane looks to roam up. Very active. The Dragon's down. There is no Dragon. UAM just looking for a kill of some sort. Flash out of the Nautilus. Slow. Amumu chasing in. Nautilus, can they get away? Maya gets caught by the Amumu. Finally falls. But at the same time, ECU's just pushing waves. The Poppy teleported for that. For 1 kill, the lose Dragon gave up a kill as well. And that Set just found a level lead and a huge CS advantage, as the mid laner and the bot laner for ECU is already outclassing the team. They return this Draven, Scorp Commander, out of position, just running into their base, making 3 people chase him, just wasting their time. As the Sejuani looks to invade. Yep. This is some shenanigans right now. Yeah, I can dig it. Can you dig it, sucker? It's Booker T. Sejuani's still in the blue buff away. Sat looking to go active on this Poppy with his newfound lead, thanks to the roam for Poppy. Poppy stuns him out. Sejuani, though, engaging onto this Amumu at the Void Grubs. Syndra to follow him up. Yep, Amumu's going to fall to the Syndra. Poppy ran to his tower, even though the tower's pushed, just getting zoned away from all that XP as Coda just last hits these minions. Picks up the XP, but Poppy's scared to engage, scared of the gank. Will roam down here. Poking from the mid lane. Poppy doesn't see the Sejuani, does see the Sejuani. Has the smite for the second one to E away. You only need 2 for the objective. Smart play by the Sejuani. Have their smite for that second one and to E over the wall. Poppy looking to solo this thing. I do it all the time when I play top lane. It's so easy to just roam down solo 1 and get back to your wave. But any more than that's tough. This bot lane looks to get active onto this cog ball. Finds the kill. Cog ball looking to clear the wave with his passive. That's fine. Seraphine coming in. At this point in the game, it's starting to get to where if Nautilus lands a hook and there's members of ECU on the team around the Nautilus, somebody will die. As there's Aurelian Soul looking to pick up a kill on the Syndra. Shut down. Yeah. You can tell that, Amumu's here. If Poppy's not running for the engage as quick as you thought they would. Amumu with the grab. The Q lands, the Q from the Poppy, the Q, the 2, almost one-shotting, not quite enough. Flash, E! Flash out of the Poppy. Amumu killing the set with just his W cry. A little bit of aura farming, I reckon. Nautilus hook just barely missing in the bot lane. Syndra starting to hit very hard. Aurelion Sol's been having trouble farming this entire game as Syndra's up 40. Almost 40 whole CS, almost completely double the farm of this mid laner. Yikes. However, the tower will bring him down. Nautilus with the hook lane on the Seraphine. This Kog'Maw looking to return damage, though, in a fighting form. As this Seraphine looks to give him some sustain that this Draven and Nautilus just do not have. Sejuani invading the red buff of the Amumu now. Set getting pushed under tower by the Poppy. Set looks to ult the Poppy out, lands the W to get away safely. Coda with some very nice mechanics on this set. It's kind of fun to watch and play this character. Amumu hovering around the bot as his bot lane does get the push. UAM pushing onto that tower. Cinder gets the poke off on the Orianna. That's the story of this whole game. This Cinder is just chunking. Absolutely chunking. Maya on that Nautilus down there fighting for vision. Cinder landing the poke again. Just Amumu engaging on a Nautilus here with the bot lane. I don't know if they know Sejuani's here as they get re-engaged on by the Sejuani. Instantly half health. Nautilus falling, but they will continue to go. Sejuani gets a double kill. Wants to triple onto Kog'Maw. We'll get it. Yep, triple onto the Sejuani. 401 on the Sejuani. I did not know that Coda had died 5 times to this Poppy. A crazy counter pick. Flash Syndra, Flash Soul. Stun lands from Syndra. Throw the minion lands from Syndra. Syndra ult picks the kill up onto the Aurelion Soul. Draven pushing down here, getting pressure. He has a 15 CS lead. But even though Set has died 5 times, he has a CS advantage. Even though Poppy just completed their first item, ECU picking up. No, Amumu steals the dragon away. I will say this guy played Shaco last game. He's playing Amumu this game. He's stolen away a dragon in each of the games. However, just stealing that dragon away is not enough to just outright win the game. Aurelion Sol looking to get aggressive onto Syndra. Pops the ultimate, pops everything. Syndra running away, 300 health. Lands the stun. It's 100 health apiece. Who lands the next ability as Aurelion Sol gets away? Amumu's here to save him. Lands the stun. Throws the minion, gets the kill. Now Syndra's trying to run away from Amumu, but will not get away. The Set was trying to roam down to get some help in, but will not be quick enough. Poppy Set. Poppy getting some good poke on. Set down to half with full grit, looking for the W. Poppy walks out of the true damage station. Amumu here to pick up the gank on the Set, and he will fall again. However, it's his time. Not much happening on the map except for bot lane responding with walking at them to get them to back off a little bit. Poppy and Amumu looking to get some damage on this top tower. Sejuani makes her way up to farm their jungle in the top lane, as they will not have enough to take tower, but there is a proxy and Sejuani here. No one's here to help. This tower doing some damage on the Poppy, gets stunned. Sejuani picks up the kill on the Poppy. Syndra here as well. The Goon Squad shows up. Amumu, you've been causing a ruckus, and it's time to die. 502 on the Sejuani, putting on a clinic of how to jungle, helping lanes, cover lanes, getting farm, getting kills, staying active. This mid lane jungle combo just power farming over their counterparts as well as this bot lane. ECU in the driver's seat as far as wave push and everything goes. set Coda being enter, but if any of you have watched Boss, you know that can int can win. And if you've ever played solo queue in League of Legends, you understand that oftentimes there is an enter in every game on both sides. Usually it just happens. It's part of the game if you want to try to get farm in CS, because if you don't int, you're just stuck under your tower doing nothing, not even playing the game essentially. Set and Soul kind of trying to guard his jungle, although I think Set already got the ward off. Syndra being caught by this Poppy Amumu combo. See how annoying it is as this bot lane looks to get some damage off on this bot tower. They're collapsing. Set's here, 3-man onto him. Flash W away with the shield to live. Oh, they're fighting for the first tower, mid tower. Top tower, though, the focus point of UAM into ECU. Set here. Can he clear the way before he's just going to walk away with his life, giving that a tower bounty objective to UAM. Nautilus catches this Aurelion Soul with Sejuani as they pick up the kill here. Draven just defending this tower 1v2. They're pinging the top lane. As Amumu gets out of there, Syndra TPs, Poppy running away. Sejuani and Syndra look to collapse. Looking at the bot lane, Draven looking to solo this Cogmaw. Just one more auto and it's a barrier. There's the kill. This looks like it's going to be a double kill for Draven. Even onto the Seraphine. There it is, Draven. Draven's Draven, baby. He has the BF sword plus a Bloodthirster. That's a lot of attack damage onto this Draven. Yeah, 120 just straight up flat like that when Kog'Maw has 35 attack damage, but a bunch of attack speed. 3 autos or 10 from Kog'Maw, 3 from Draven is about the ratio right now. Sejuani securing that Rift Herald. Love to see it. How is Sejuani still alive? Poppy ult barely missing Sejuani. Amumu falls to Syndra. Knocking this Poppy around. Syndra is just bullying everybody at this point. Sejuani just sticking around for some with 200 health as the Goon Squad shows up. This Poppy's it's just a great bait. The Poppy's trying to secure the kill, but Coda gets it. You know, 171, Set is on the board. Coda is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And if this is anybody else on Set and they have 7 deaths, and you can't tell me they're still this tied up in CS, I wouldn't believe anybody else had done it. Draven looking to 1v2 again, but he has no mana. He will back off. Syndra backs. Nautilus is down here on this red side of the map for UAM, setting wards right here, getting the ward battle going on as they get ready and prepared for this dragon. Amumu running in over wards with nobody quite behind him just yet. Aurelion Soul's coming, approaching, but ECU has started this dragon. They've leashed it. They pulled it out of the middle. Everything is warded. UAM is on wards. ECU knows they're here. It's a team fight. A Nautilus goes in onto the Amumu. That's a great Amumu ult with the damage from Seraphine as well. It's actually a great fight out of UAM with those team fight ultimates, being able to pick up the kills onto the bot lane of ECU. However, Set took the T2 tower and makes it here to his fight, looking to clean things up and get active. Seraphine falls. Set W. Syndra kills the Cogmaw. Poppy's here with Aurelia, though. Amumu shows up in the fight. Sejuani flashes out. He's over the wall. Soul just chasing him down. Poppy chasing Set down as he's been whooping him all game. Set full grit, looking for the W for the shield, runs away. Amumu did pick up the dragon. That's 2 dragons to UAM. Sejuani runs away. As you can see, the team fight picks for UAM. Weevils coming in clutch at that dragonfly, as Coda was able to get the tower there and showing up to the fight late, allowed UAM to pressure that dragon call to pick up the kills onto the bot lane. And that kind of takes your consistent damage out of the fight for ECU, which allowed UAM to take that fight at dragon. And now the kills are up 22-16 for the side of ECU. They have almost an insurmountable gold lead of 7K. We're at the 19-minute mark. Atacon spawns in 1 minute. That's the next big objective. Now they say some leads are insurmountable, right? Once you get to like the 10K lead, 7K, 10K lead, you're just strong. But there's also a point in the game where when like you hit level 18, you're full build, you can't get any stronger. So the enemy team that's behind, like they're kind of like, well, it can't get any worse. So we only get stronger. They're as strong as they're going to get. But we're not at that point right now in this game. We're still in the mid game. It's 20 minutes approaches with this Atacon. Usually I think in-game starts after Baron spawns around the 30-minute mark. The Baron spawns at 25 minutes, but the first one. That's usually kind of denotes when in-game it starts to transfer from middle game to end-game once you get about 4, 5, 6 items. As ECU look to take down this Atacon instantly, and Arkansas is not in the position to help. Syndra zoning, kind of causing a distraction, looking to run and not get caught. But Flash knock into the wall from Poppy is going to ruin Syndra's plans as they're going to pick up that kill. However, I believe that ECU will get this Atacon and back away. Cody, you do not want to run into that. You do not have your mid laner for that burst. Just reset. Let's go again. Now, there will be a dragon that spawns in 3 minutes as this gets active. Draven's here to pick up the kill on Kog'Maw. Set W almost kills the Poppy instantly. Aurelian Soul damage, just doing mad amounts of damage. Seraphine here, running away. ECU chasing her down. Set, flash, so the root continues to chase. The Q will come back up. Set will catch the Seraphine. And Sejuani's here. Just kind of like, hello? As he gets pincered. ECU finally backing, resetting. Sejuani looking to scout, counter jungle, get some wards up. Get ready for that next push as Nautilus and Sejuani looks to collapse onto this Amumu. Level 11 Mumu. Level 11 Sejuani. You can see 10 full Hatman on this Sejuani has been counter jungling and maintaining his lead as Amumu falls. Aurelian Soul looking to get some damage off to keep them off their base. Poppy charging in onto the Syndra. Instantly cleansed. Re-engaged on by Sejuani and Nautilus as the Poppy. Poppy down to 30% health. Gets a giant shield from Seraphine. Runs out to try to maintain their base defense. ECU was siege, but very little siege. Very low range out of this Draven. Sejuani, Set might catch this Soul, but he does not. As he looks to split push. Then ideally, they would be able to get one tower down before they go to Baron spawns. So that when Baron spawns, you can have an open inhibitor. But this Cinder gets caught by the Poppy Seraphine Soul. Nautilus with a great hook engage. UAM was not ready for it. However, the fight's going. Soul just wrecking. Draven flashes out. Amumu finds the Draven, but Draven is able to kite away and get the kill. Set and Sejuani versus Seraphine and Poppy. They're the only ones surviving. They're the only one left out of this team fight. Ooh, Seraphine falls. Looking to go in on this Poppy as this is the last standing survivor. Ace out of the side of ECU. Let's just back that one up again, as there's not much time. There's 2 minutes before that happens. Slow it down. As ECU's all over here, UAM walking into their jungle, not hook. Onto the Amumu. Draven just doing a lot of damage. Sejuani goes in on the back line. Not alt. Boom! Triple knock up from the Poppy. Draven flashes out of it. Set alts. This is just wild. Draven ultimate gets to pick up the kill on Soul. Set W right here. 3v3. Oof, not falls. But set. Boom! Big left hook to the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw passive trying to do anything to these tanks is kind of funny. Alright, we watch that. Speed it up. Red team with the ace. Set wanting this tower. Wanting to keep this lane pushed. Sejuani pushing the mid lane. I mean, you just aced them. You got to try to get something off of that ace. But respawn timer is still kind of low as Set tries to run away from the slows. The flashes, the grips from Amumu. Great grit W. Almost kills the Amumu is the set. The set with the Black Cleaver and Stridebreaker looking to complete his Overlord's Bloodbell next. They're continue fighting. They won't let UAM get past this point in their jungle. Cinder with the most burst right now picks up the kill on the Kog'Maw. Amumu goes in. Syndra instantly deletes. Seraphine landing the root. Kog'Maw finds the Syndra. Syndra falls. That whole time, Sejuani was keeping Poppy out of the fight as Draven's soloing this dragon. ECU looked to confirm their second dragon kill to get some more stats and to try to snowball this game into a victory and to end this match. Ultimate on the Soul. Draven finding this Aurelion Soul with about 4 auto attacks. Soul falls. It's not good. Your mid laner falling. With Baron spawning in 5 seconds. Great pick from the side of ECU. Finding that pick just gives them so much control of the game. Amumu going in. It's a last-ditch effort from Arkansas. They find great team fight ultimates. Draven falls. Syndra falls. Nautilus falls. Sejuani are here for the fight. Finds Amumu. Gets the kill. Kog'Maw. Seraphine running from the set. Picks up a double kill. Triple kill. That is nasty. Quadra kill onto this set. As he was down 0-7-0 at one point. He's now 8-8-7 with his Bloodmail, Overlord Bloodmail completed, doing mad amounts of damage. That was one of the nastiest W's I've seen from a set. That was absolutely playbook. Speed, slow it down, start it. We find the Aurelion Soul. You would think, ECU spread out though. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. They're not here. UAM's 4v2 in this position. UAM looking to go aggressive, but not knowing where everybody's at. Sejuani trying to make it to the fight. Right here. Pings happening everywhere. Teleport in from the Syndra. Amumu engages. Finds a great ultimate. Seraphine root into Seraphine ult right there into 3 members. Kog'Maw's just roasting him. Amumu ult. Poppy goes in. Flash out from the Nautilus. As they find the double kill onto Syndra and Draven right there. That was kind of nasty. It was a great team fight. Boom. Picks up the double kill. In comes Set and Sejuani. Boom. Amumu gets ulted by Set. Boom. Dies. Sejuani slowing him. Set coming in. Grips him. Stuns him. Boom. Q. Gets a boom. W right there on the Seraphine Kog'Maw. They both die. That was textbook mechanics from that set. That was beautiful. It doesn't get lined up any better than that, folks. Sejuani ult onto this Aurelion Souls. Got the pentakill off of that. I should have waited. My fault. My bad. Set with the pentakill, not just the quadra. As they ping this Baron, they've got the inhib down. That keeps a UAM busy, as I was mentioning, with 1 inhib down, super minions coming into your base, having to defend. ECU set this objective up beautifully as they look to secure this Baron and to extend the final push to win the game. Draven securing that red buff, so his auto attacks hit harder and slow. Will do damage over time. I'm not exactly sure. It's a combination of those 3 things. Marching forward. Amumu walking into the jungle.
Sound of someone who's
They find Poppy. They want Poppy. Poppy engaging on the Draven. Poppy dying immediately to Cinder Burst. Set looking to push that mid lane up as the 4 other members of ECU look to push into the space and take this tower safely. Seraphine trying to keep them off the tower, but that's not enough. Amumu looking to engage on a Sejuani and Draven. Seraphine ult only lands on Nautilus. Aurelian ult goes in. Cinder finds Amumu running for their lives as Draven, but he falls to the soul damage. 3 men still alive for UAM. Set joins the party, finds the cog ball. As falls the Seraphine to Cinder as they push forward. Set pounding these towers. Soul, lots of damage, but can't really defend the base by himself as his Poppy finds the kill. Knocks away the members of ECU as they come charging back. Nautilus waddling away from this Aurelian Soul. Set's here to clean up. Boom, Poppy trying to find the kill, gets a kill, but it does not matter. Sejuani and Set are going to end this game. GG ECU. Well played. That's exciting Wednesday night of League of Legends action from the Great American Conference. My name's Dustin, streaming East Central University's League of Legends gameplay and competitive. And it doesn't get much better than that. Looking at the damage breakdown, Poppy with 30k damage. The top on their team just beating that Set as much as they could all game long. But Set, Coda on that Set would not be denied. Coming away with a pentakill in this match and holding down that anchor position. Syndra walking around the map, just deleting everybody, getting caught out a couple times, but not necessarily were those bad deaths because, well, you have 10 deaths, 15 kills, and 40k damage. Draven pulling in 20k damage with 3 items. The Kog'Maw was only able to compete 2 items and doing just a little bit more damage, but with 10 deaths, you do that damage, but you die. You kind of got to have to. The Amumu with the Sejuani just played clean, 11-21 with a 32 KDA. Doesn't get much cleaner on that in jungle. It was a good game in the VCU. And that does it. In a 2-0 in the best of 3, ECU dominates the University of Arkansas, Monticello Weevils. Tigers do, in fact, beat the Weevils. GG ECU, thank you. And I believe I have to wait for the delay to stop before I can stop streaming. That way it catches the end of the game. Go here for now.
Available now.
When emergency strikes, first responders rely on the latest technology. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority, built for the 5G era. Only T-Priority